Indian Removal Act result in the transposition of several Native American tribes and the trial of trees. In 1830, Congress passed the Indian Removal Act, which authorized the president to negotiate treaties that exchange Native America tribal land in the stem states for lands west of the Mississippi River. Its goal was primarily to remove Native America, including the five civilized tribes, from the American Southeast, the occupied land that still wanted Jocania Democrats demanded the forcible removal of native population who refused to acknowledge state law to revolution in the West. White and regulars leaders opposite the moves as inhumane. Thousands of deaths result from the relation as seen in the chicken trail of trash. The trail of trash result in approximately 2,000 minus 8,000 of the 1643 record Chikor passing along the way. Many of the Seminole Indians in Florida refused to move west. The fight the army of years in the Seminole War. Henry Colley. After the first party system of Federalist and Republican withered away in the 1820s, the stage was set for the emergency of a new party system based on well-organized local parties that appealed for the votes of all ability with men. The former Jefferson party split into function. They split over the choice of success to President James Monroe and the party function that supported many of the old Jeffersonian principles led by Andrew Jackson and Martin Van Buren became the Democratic Party as not example in the transformation in 1828. Jackson believed the peoples will have finally prevailed through a heavily financed collection of state parties, political leaders, and newspaper educators. A popular movement had elected the president. The Democrats became the national's first will organized national party, and tight party organization became the Hamilton Park in 19th century American political opposition faction led by Henry Killen helped from the Y Party. The Democratic Party had a small but discrete advantage over the Y until the 1850s, when the White field approached over the issue of slavery. Behind the platforms used by state and national parties, state widely shared political outlook that characterized the Democrats. Horace Greeley Newark Trabone the leading white paper in endorsed killing of President at Fillmore of Governor 1844. The Democrats represented wide ranks of view but shared a fundamental communication to the Jefferson concept of an against society. The used the central government as the enemy of individual liberty. The 1824 corrupt Begin had had their suspension of Washington. Political junctions fed the communication of economic and political power. They believed that government intervention in the economy benefit especially interest groups and correct corporate monopolies that toward their race. They sugar to story the independence of the individually by ending federal support of banks and corporation and restriction that use of paper carrying with the distracted their definition of the proper rule of government tended to be negative and junction political power was legally expressed in negative acts. He expressed the veto more than all previous presidents. Cambodian Jackson and his supporters also proposed reform as movement reforms to turn the programs into legislation elected for a more active government. But Democrats tended to oppose programs like educational reform and the establishment of a public education system. The belief, for instance, that public school resulted in biological liberty by informing with parental responsibility and undermined a freedom of religion by repetition course school no not died Jackson share a reforms nation concerned. He had no sympathy of American Indians. Intelligence the removal of the Quakers along the thread of years. The great majority of ants silver activities such as Arabian Lincolns and Mr. Wells rejected Garcia thoroughly and held that slavery was an unfortunately society evil not as sin.